Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video I will show you how to configure the main mesh of Cudy AX1800. Let's begin! Now I will be strictly following this tutorial right here. It came with the box, it's just a quick installation guide. However, I will just go step by step so you can clearly see what I'm doing. I can already say that we'll need few different things. We'll need Ethernet cable. It also came with a box, so don't worry about that. We'll also need a cable that's coming from our router or from our wall. It depends on what kind of basically situation you have. Though keep in mind that for me personally I have the wall internet, let's say. I don't have a router, so I'm not going to show you how to turn off your own router, though you should basically follow on without any issues. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to plug in my Cudy router right into the port 2, though it doesn't really matter which port are you connecting it. However, if you're coming from a router, then first you have to turn off your own router, then you want to plug in the router and Cudy to the first port, which is right here. The cable is really short. Then you have to power on your own router and give it a few moments for it to turn on, etc. And only then you want to follow on this tutorial, because I can skip these three points as I don't have a router. And now I'm just going to plug in the power. The power also comes with the box. As you can see, it looks just like that. So we have to plug it into the power socket, and the other side we want to plug it right here under the first internet port. And just like that, the router is now turning itself on. As you can see, the Ethernet is already flashing, and if I would flip it, we can see a red light, which means that the router is still turning on and it's not done configuring. Anyway, now we are going to switch the scene around, because we'll need a laptop. Of course, you don't really have to use a laptop. I'm just going to use a laptop because it's more handy for me. But I'm going to connect the laptop using the Ethernet cable that came in a box. So I'm going to connect it with the Cudy main mesh and my laptop in order so I can configure it on the laptop later. So let's input our second port right here. I'm going to take it to the side now, and I will show you that you can easily just plug it in. Of course, if you have a laptop, then it looks a little bit different, but for me it's just like that. And it's now plugged in, so let me quickly move the laptop to the center. I can also check that the LED light is not red anymore, it's white, meaning that the router is ready for configuration process. So let me just open the laptop. I will show you the screen so you can clearly see what I'm doing. I'm going to open the Google site, and only now, after we have connected our Cudy mesh to the computer, we can go in and type this address. It also came in the box on the installation guide, and the base password if you are configuring for the first time is simply admin. So as you can see, now we have our system status, and we have this whole site, and we have one, and we can actually just disable that, and we have one mesh. Now I can go to the quick setup in order to just perform a quick setup. So now we can choose the operation mode. We can choose between the Wi-Fi router or the access point. We are going to be clicking Wi-Fi router. Now we can input our time zone. I'm going to leave as Europe London because it checks out. Now we have the host name and the whole point of configuring your wide area network. But if I remember correctly, you can just basically skip it, as the Cudy router should basically do it for us. So let me just go here and next. Now we have our network name, which is pretty important because here we can configure our password. As you can see, the password now is basically a bunch of random numbers. So I'm going to switch it. I will say Cudy, well, let's just call it router 2.4G. Oh, I almost know how to type. And I'm going to go with the password. We can also just delete the password completely, but you should always have some password. I will just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here I will also switch the name so it's visible more clearly, and 5G. And I will also change the password to something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm going to hit next. And as you can see, we have a nice little summary. We have our connection type, our passwords, the name of our network, and everything else. So I will just hit save and apply. And while we wait for the changes to be applied, we can actually go in and check if we can see our network. So I will search for it on the Google Pixel 8 I have right now. So as you can see, on the whole list of internet, we can see our Cudy router 2.4G and Cudy router 5G, which we just configured. So now all we have to do is basically go there, input our password. For me, it's this one. Hit connect. And as you can see, after a moment, we should be connected to our Cudy network. And yeah, that's all for this video. As you can see, the process of configuring might sound scary, but it's actually really simple. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.